Hello, everybody, and welcome to Weave the Tales Somehow Human campaign, an Urban Shadows game with the fantastic team that you see before you. I am Spence, the technician for today's game, and we are going to introduce this fabulous cast in just a moment, but we have a few housekeeping notes. First of all, we've got some sponsors for today's game, which I will be putting in the chat just a moment. First is Dice Dungeons, which is a Baltimore-based dice company, and they make exquisite dice and other gaming apparel. And you can check them out at dicedungeons.com. Use code PETTY for a tale at checkout, and you can save on your purchase. Additionally, we also have Grinding Coffee, which is a LGBTQ plus black owned coffee company that provides many of our team with the much needed energy that they need in order to run these fantastic games. And if you would like to join our Discord, we would love to have you. You can share clips of what's going on. You can talk about the games in our different chats, and that link is right here. Um, and last but certainly not least, please check out the Kickstarter that Urban Shadows has for their second edition. They are looking to expand upon the different adventure scenarios and playbooks that you can have. And now, with all that lovely housekeeping done, I'm going to hand it over to our MC, Leland, and we will catch you all later.
Woo! Thank you, ceiling voice. Um, can everyone hear me? Am I good? We're good. All right, cool.
Yes.
I don't know why I didn't think to do a mic check for myself earlier, but um, all right. Well, welcome everybody to episode 2 of Somehow Human. We will be diving into the vampire nightlife today by going to a lovely place, and by lovely I mean kind of stinky place called the Drain. I mean, it's in the title. Um, this is a nice beachside venue, and we will be having a good old time. So hopefully, nothing too crazy happens at the vampire bar. I mean, it sounds pretty harmless. So pretty much everybody at the end of last session uh, had a various reason or two to go to this place. For all intents and purposes, we'll say that we've already established some relationships with each other. And those of you that don't have debts for each other, we've got the put a name to a face move that we can roll whenever y'all meet each other. But otherwise, we'll say most of you generally, in one way or another, know that the rest of you are going to be there. You don't really know too many other people there, possibly, so good to meet up. So I'll go ahead and start things off with the tiniest bit of flavor text that I wrote on my phone while lying in bed this morning, which is my creative zone. Um, the sounds of chaos incarnate emanate from the beachside venue. A guitar and a synthesizer are at war with one another, accompanied by the clamor of a lively crowd inside. Various souls dot the parking lot, cigarettes and drink in hand, each engaged in their own deep conversations about sick solos and strong liquors. So, we'll go ahead and start things off. You hear this music just emanating from the club, and people seem to be having a good time. It's relatively packed venue. It's not like overwhelmingly packed where people are down the street. It seems like a couple of the opening bands have already gone by the time the rest of you arrive. Um, and you all find yourselves in the parking lot, or at least nearby the venue. So we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and start with whoever wants to go first, minus our guest, which I will introduce your character Raven shortly. Um, Whoever wants to go first can go ahead and just describe, what your character's up to uh, as you approach, this packed venue.
Okay, I'll say me and the spirit of Mikhail have left like an
Hmm.
Italian place. Like we were hanging out, teaching him some card tricks. Um, so I don't know, we're just like chit chatting about cards and I don't know our lives, I guess. And yeah, walk up
Hmm.
to what's going on.
It's like, uh, even though he says, even though I've seen some stuff as a ghost, that one trick you did back there was incredible. How did you even guess the card I picked when you were using an invisible deck to begin with? Like what?
Yeah, can't share my secret, share all my secrets.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, you are a wizard. Were you doing some mind reading stuff? Is that what it was?
Oh, little sleight of hands.
Oh, gotcha. All right. And you look across, and we'll move up. You look across, and you see uh, which of the other two PCs between Frank and Max would you say you have kind of a closer relationship that you would like recognize immediately out in a dark parking lot, getting out of their vehicle?
I feel like I'd recognize Max because he's got
All right.
like the old pickup truck, and that's the same truck he's used to like drop off props at the warehouse. So,
All right.
Yeah,
So
that's almost certainly true.
okay. So go ahead and describe your character getting into the parking lot.
Yeah, so
Andy.
Max has been driving over there with Tori, taking probably getting there as early as he can. He got kind of caught up a little bit
Okay.
before he started to leave, but especially if he knows that Tori's supposed to be low key running security, he would try and get there and like make sure that she is
Okay.
set up to do her
So
job.
so we could say that you're just out in your truck for something. You've
Oh
been
yeah,
there
he
already.
doesn't need to
You've been
go,
there
but
for a little while
he would
already.
make sure that she's taken care of. And do you need me to
Hmm.
do anything kind of stuff? And no, you stay over here. So he's just been in the truck, kind of just sitting, uh, munching on some sausage, just kind of sitting. He's
Nice.
not excited to the music. His hair's kind of tied into the back with a hat on. He's got his outside coat on, which is not clean by any means, but it is big and warm. Uh, yeah, he smells like motor oil and swamp when he steps out of the truck as he recognizes you, Olivia. Oh, you're here. You're gonna. You're watching, or you got a mission today too?
a little bit of both. How about you?
Um, I honestly forgot this thing was happening until Tori called me. But I had to bring some things over there, so brought her over here and sitting around hoping that's the plan, I guess.
Man, what happened to your truck? And I like look at like the slime print down the side. Whoa.
Um, uh, well, it, it gets messy over there at the park. There's a lot of There's a gator one time. He just spat up an entire half a shoe, and also the rest of the like two. Anyway, I sat with him for a damn near a whole hour. He just kept throwing up shit after shit after shit. And He's fine now. I actually named him a little bit. That was a while ago. Little Tale's out there somewhere though, swimming around, and it gets messy though. Is my point. Doing
Okay.
whatever.
And I kind of like step away from the truck a little bit, like, oh man, has it got a gator in there? Like I'm
No,
thinking that. So you big death metal fan?
no. No, but maybe. I'm not hating what I'm hearing. It's not my usual, but it's nice, in its own kind of like too much kind of way.
Yeah, well, everything sounds good after a few brewskis, so we
That's true. And he
should grab a
unscrews his
couple.
flask. Oh, I'm already doing all right. Yeah, but you want to go inside though? I've been waiting for another friendly face. I don't know any of these fucking.
Speaking of friendly faces, uh, how does your character pull in and park? Cat. Max and Olivia.
And
Walks right through the ghost.
you're with
Oh
the
yeah, you.
dog, right? Does the dog look like a normal dog, or can people tell that it's like a
Oh yeah.
Doctor Dolittle kind of
What kind of dog is it?
dog?
Also,
It's a German Shepherd, and
okay,
it looks normal.
Yeah,
sweet.
Olivia likes animals, so she's like, "Oh, hey, buddy, how you doing?" I'm like scratching his ears. Like, I appreciate other
Uh,
people's pets.
Max acknowledges but
yeah,
does not engage.
he's acting like a
Slight nod with
normal
the dog.
dog at this point. He's like, and like he licks your hand and
As soon as we
nuzzles.
are out of the car and like Max has a chance to look around, I'm gonna try and study a place of power and figure out what's going on here just by
Yeah,
just out looking around out the outside. Like, is this a thing that I need to be like on my guard about? Is a major
yeah,
question that he has.
that's perfect. Let's see. Let me scroll over to the moves real quick. Basic moves. No, it is an other move. Okay, this is a circle move.
Does a
Okay,
circle?
so have you marked night already?
No, I have not.
Okay, in the next to the green number, you
Yep.
can go ahead and mark that. Anybody
Sweet.
else that wants to study a place of power? I mean, this is a gathering spot. Um, this is a good way to get some XP. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
you see. I mean, immediately when you come up and just start looking at the place, you know, you're technically checking it out. You know, so
Like Max is trying to like infiltrate it with his eyes.
got it. Yeah. Uh huh.
Oh,
Well, tiny feet. I don't know if it'll make it less or more. I don't know if
fair enough.
So yeah, you see Frank putting on this.
Classic
So-
dog idea.
well, and you hear the dog speak. Oh, don't blame me. You're the one that went and grabbed the glasses out of your drawer, and so you didn't expect. Neither of you expected to hear the dog talk at that moment.
Huh.
Oh, dude, sorry, I treated you like a pet. What's up?
Yeah, I
Oh
knew
no,
this.
I like scritches.
I'm like, oh,
Honestly, still
good.
not the
It's like
weirdest
giving
thing I've seen
scratches.
today, but nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm not weird at all.
You're right. That's what I. You're right.
You listen.
Hey,
Why don't you just get me in the back and you don't got to wear the glasses? You bumped into your nice friend over there. And Mikhail speaks up and says, oh, it's okay. It happens all the time. Uh, yeah, well, just get me in the back and nobody will say anything. I got my vest on. And you see him, he's wearing he's, he's wearing a service animal vest. And he's like, I'm actually certified. Yes. Well, you never asked. Anyway.
listening to this exchange about Frank, whom I've encountered before, in maybe not the best circumstances all of the time, and this dog that I've never encountered before, who has now made it clear that it's the dog's idea that these two folks are here. can I figure someone out on this dog?
Yeah, let's
What do I know about this
let's do a
guy?
study a place of power first, and then you can do a
Okay,
figure someone out on the dog. That's
yeah,
perfect, actually.
that was an 8 on the
Let's
study of places of power.
all right, study a place of power. You got an A, and did anybody else wanted to roll study a place of power? They can. It's 2d6 plus night.
I'm probably just kind of like looking out for Julie while everyone seems
Mm-hmm.
to be kind of like focused on other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So
Max is
she's
on
supposed to be
sensory
leading.
overload, trying to figure everything. Like, I need to know what's going on.
Gotcha. Did you want to roll for your character, Kat?
Oh
Or
yeah, yeah,
did you?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you did. Okay. Sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
see
an
the
8 for
crap.
that.
8 and a 6. Okay. So
Oh no, that was Frank's.
okay. Yeah. So Frank got a
That would have been a
6.
7
Max
for the
got a
figure someone out.
figure someone out. Okay. We'll get to that one in just a second.
Okay.
All right. So I'll do both Max and Frank's at the same time, and I'll specify which of you knows which. Okay. So on a hit, you see. Okay, so you can tell a couple of things you can tell immediately is all, with the exception of Tori and the other hunter, uh, who the other unnamed kind of like low level hunter that's assigned to help her guard the place. Other than those two, the rest of the staff and security at this place are vampires. Um, can't really tell what type of vampires, but they have just that like kind of pale, unscrupulous look to them. You know the one. You could sniff them out from a mile away. It used to be a hunter. You know.
Yeah, any day of the
Uh,
week.
um. So you do notice. Um. They seem to have some like base. They seem to have some like basement access that they're coming out of from the side of the building. Um, that is an interesting thing of note. This is all what Max notices. Um, yeah, let me see if there's a miss option. No, it doesn't. Okay, so you still get the point though. So you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It just looks on your end, Frank. It looks just like kind of like like a rowdy place, a little unsavory. um, mostly. But you can't. I mean, it's pretty. You know, this is a vampire club, so you can kind of guess kind of the part about vampires running the place, like especially at night, the sun's down. So, um, yeah. Um, so yeah, you got an A. Let's see something that is not it seems. Okay, yeah. So the basement access, um, it seems to be you seem to get access to it by these sliding panels that are on the sides of the building. It's very like kind of high tech, like and it's almost hidden if you don't at like to the naked eye, if you don't really know it's there. Like it's not magically hidden, but it's like it's fairly well camouflaged just the way it's built. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, you notice like you essentially just notice a guard kind of slide out from like from the ground from like an alleyway,
Hmm.
and he doesn't notice you until after he's cleared the alleyway. So he sort of nods at you and goes over to the door, and it seems like he's like taking shifts guarding the door along with another guy. Like there's just two big, tall, kind of foreboding looking guys. One white guy with a big beard, um, and then a black guy with a mustache. They're both real tall and muscular, and they're just kind of guarding the place. Um, and other than that, yeah, you don't really notice anything kind of sketchy. But yeah, both of you get a point in night, and so we'll go over to figure someone out on the NPC. So you rolled a 7, you said?
Yes. Well,
Okay,
a
if I
5 plus
asked
2.
you one as well. Okay, so you can ask two of these questions, and so you can ask one. I will ask you one about what the dog knows about you, and then
Okay.
you can ask the other one.
Sweet. Who is pulling this character's strings?
Um, he co-owns Tiny Pete and Tobean's pet supply with his husband.
Okay.
But his husband's fairly bossy, as you imagine a cat would be in a relationship like this.
Okay.
So I would say his husband is the one pulling his strings. Yeah,
Fair
Tobean.
enough. Fair enough.
And so
Okay.
he, what's your character worried about that might happen tonight?
Oh, literally everything. Max is
Okay.
on guard. Like everything bad that could possibly happen is like, what now? What do I do in that bad scenario? What do I do in this other bad scenario? What do I do in this? Are you okay? Are you trustworthy? Are you a thing I need to worry about?
Got
That's all.
it.
That's rummaging in his brain, bouncing around
So
like the little DVD side.
yeah, we'll say y'all are all just kind of in a group, all having like miscellaneous small talk and stuff, while catching fresh air, and there's kind of some things y'all learn about each other. And it seems that other people in the audience, or not the audience, the parking lot, are in. They seem to be intrigued by the talking dog, but not like whoa, you know what I mean? Like they're they know what's up. This town's weird.
Yeah,
There's weird
it's
magical
cool,
stuff
but it's
happening
not
here.
like
So
the coolest. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, exactly. So they're not. It's not. The dog's not like afraid to talk. At a place like this.
fair
All
enough.
right,
What
and
was
so
the
you
dog's
can
name
go
again?
ahead and the dog's name is Tiny Pete.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, let
Awesome.
me.
Yeah, what's my second question? If you're ready for it.
Yeah, go for it.
What's Tiny Pete hoping to get from this concert? Is he just like here to chill and have fun, or is like there an objective?
Uh, Tiny Pete has never been to a concert.
Okay, cool.
Um, yeah, Tiny Pete has never been to a concert, so this is pretty much just his first time, and he heard about it and heard that it's wild and kind of like a good show.
Love that for
They kind
Tiny
of have like
Pete.
a reputation, like the band Guar, sort of. They're just like, oh yeah, you're gonna get sprayed with some stuff that looks like blood and might actually even have a little bit of blood mixed in it. Who knows? It's gonna be cool.
All right.
So he wants to have a
The
good
trust
time.
and respect level for Tiny Pete is incredibly high currently.
All right, cool. That's amazing. And Tiny Pete is, excited for somebody to just talk to him like he's a normal sentient being, while the wizard's also, I'm sure, scritching his ears every now and then while he's having this conversation.
Yeah.
So y'all are just hanging out, having a good time, and we'll see. Let's can you go ahead and describe what your character looks like to us, Raven?
Yeah, so Lana, if you're familiar with like Jodie Whittaker's doctor outfit, like the jumper with the rainbow stripes on the front, and like a bit of an oversized coat, um, is kind of what her outfit looks like. Um, and of course the jumper's got like the pant legs are a bit too short, so she's wearing like um, Converse, like the high top Converse shoes. Very like eccentric looking.
Excellent.
Um, and she's got like strangely blue eyes. Um, they don't quite look like natural blue eyes. So a random passerby might assume they're contacts, though although they are not.
Okay,
That's what she looks like.
perfect. So you see this character just minding her own business, um, and then a couple of uh, a couple of kind of sketchy looking, leather bound, jean wearing kind of douchebags, hoodlums, step out of the darkness. When you actually get a good look at them, they're actually all wearing cuts because they're all in like a biker gang together or something, or a motorcycle club is what they say to the cops. Um, and they all sort of step out and they quickly approach Lena, like not like like charge at her, but they just sort of walk up like they know her. Uh, and then there's this real big fella. Um, he looks like he's wearing a cast on his arm. Um, and he's he's got tan skin, um, and a goatee and a bandana on. Uh, and he sort of leans down and says, you got a light?
Oh, sure. I've got all kinds of lights. What kind do you need?
A,
Do you
c-
like a light bulb, a flashlight,
a
lighter?
cigarette lighter. I'm trying to light my smoke. Can't
Oh, I'm
find one. Been looking all over.
sure I have one of those somewhere. She starts digging through her pockets. Um, Hold on, I gotta find it. And so she pulls out at first like a cupcake and puts it in his hand.
Hey,
No,
all
not
right.
that pocket.
Hey,
Here. She
this
pulls
fresh?
from. Oh yeah, it's very tasty. You can have it if you want.
Oh, all right. Excellent. He
Uh,
eats it.
the other pocket, she pulls out
Scarfs it down.
like a full size kitchen blender, and hands it to him. He's like, nope, not that pocket. Oh, here we go. And she pulls out like one of those campfire type lighters. It's got the really long
Oh, nice. The
end on
same.
it. Goes,
Yeah. Funny.
here you go. I knew I had it in here
It
somewhere.
clicks, that distinct click. That's kind of even hard to do sometimes. Like, you gotta press one button. Anyway, so while all that's happening, the rest of you can see her pulling all this stuff out of her satchel or pockets or whatever various stowaways.
Just
Yeah,
a coat
coat pockets.
pocket.
That's right. That's right. Which is amazing within itself. But you do notice that the other two people that had stepped out of kind of the dark alley behind the venue, uh, or not an it's not really an alley. This is on the beach, but you get what I'm saying. It's on the side of the building. They step out from the side of the building. You see the other two kind of surrounding her while she's distracted. And then once you're surrounded, they're about 5 feet away from you each. With the big fella who approached you and asked for the lighter a little closer, a little uncomfortably close. Um, and he leans in. And he's like, "Now listen, that cupcake was delicious. You were very nice. You busted out the lighter, so I'm gonna let you know right now. Me and my friends here, we're gonna need anything you got that's valuable. Your wallet,
Well, that's an interesting
anything.
proposition there. Valuable to whom? Because I have lots of valuable things, but they are very valuable to very different people.
But we've got all kinds of people we could sell shit to. Lots of people's on the streets buying stuff. So unless you want your damn leg broken, you start handing things over like you busted that cupcake out. And if you got any more of those cupcakes, we'll take those too."
Well, sure. I have lots of different kinds of cupcakes. What's your favorite flavor, guys?
And you turn around and ask them that, and you notice one of them's got a knife in hand, and the other one's got a like a baton.
Do we see
And the rest,
this?
all right. And I'll go ahead. And while this is going on, I'll let the rest of you.
I'm
Yeah, you all see this as it's unfolding, and it
I'm
unfolds
kind of
pretty
like
quickly.
whacking
But
Max. I'm like, Max, I think there's a
No,
situation over
Max is well
there.
aware. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
You guys have been doing pleasantries, and Max has been like not paying attention to the pleasantries, and just like as soon as shit starts like getting even a little bit intimidating, he hops off the back of the truck and says, "Shit, all right," and he just doesn't say anything, but he walks directly over there.
I follow,
yeah.
and I have my hand on my magician's pistol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both his hands are in his pocket, and I guess I'm gonna mark corruption because I am knowingly heading straight into danger. They have a knife. Is that?
oh,
I
of
think
course,
that's how it
perfect. Thank you
works.
for remembering
Yeah.
that.
I guess I gotta do the same.
And just for the
Well, that's just for the veterans. I don't know. What
Okay,
the
cool. I
wizards
don't
do.
yeah,
have to
y'all are
mess with
down
that.
here.
Cool.
No, that just depends on your playbook.
Yeah.
Just to reiterate where you guys are at, you okay? What does that do? Let me look. I don't have everything memorized. Oh Lord.
Yeah, it was.
I should
Um,
mention that Lana,
Okay,
for,
and
to, like
which move is this?
to everybody's perception, Lana just looks like she just made a bunch of new friends. Like she seems to have zero idea that she's in any kind of danger.
Yep.
you
So Max is
see,
That's
definitely
perfect.
engaged.
I love that so
you
much.
see Olivia, like, her hands to her side, but her other hand kind of does a swoop. And she's gonna cast shields on Lana. Because I feel concerned about these biker dudes.
Okay, sure. All right, so we'll let you go first. Just give me 1 second. All right, so we'll let Frank go first with the eye thing. Okay, so which move is that again? Could you remind me? Okay, where's that at? I got you.
It's a pretty sweet move.
Okay, I got you. All right, cool. Okay, and you roll. What does it say that you roll for it? Is it spirit? Like let it out or something?
Yeah.
I got you. Oh, it's a move. Okay, that explains why I couldn't find it. Okay, yeah, you just mark corruption, it automatically works. Okay, that's cool. Which one are you doing it to? One of the ones with the weapons in the back, or the big guy doing the talking in the front? All right, yeah, we'll say for a moment he turns around, kind of once he hears, them rustling around behind you, all rustling around behind him. He turns around and immediately like locks eyes with you, and then just sort of turns the rest of the way around and just sort of stands there. Okay, and then Olivia, what was
Yeah,
Olivia
so
doing?
you'll see like
Casting shield.
and like she's kind of settled to her side, and you see little wisps of black magic. I forgot the word for it.
All right, so you spend one of
Yeah,
your
I think I
hold. I
have
think you had
two left because I
three
think I
three
spent
hold.
one last time, didn't I? To travel
All
with
3 inches.
a button. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
yeah, so you have two left,
yeah.
and so spending this one would be just one
Yeah,
left for the evening, which is cool. You just have to
it'll
rechannel.
give Lana a +1 to shield, like armor. So
Oh yeah, okay. Or spend 2 hold to provide armor +1 to everyone in a small area, possibly
that might
including
be
yourself.
better. Maybe we'll spend 2. I'm like gonna cover the whole team. So
Excellent. All
spend
right, so
2.
all of you have armor 1.
Sweet.
And that essentially just is damage reduction 1. And when you're only dealing in like 1s and 2s and 3 damages for things, that's pretty huge. Unless they have like some sort of thing that can pierce magic armor, which obviously they probably do not. All right, so everyone's shielded up. So what's Max doing?
Yeah. So the vibe of these guys, now that these other things have happened, are
Yeah.
they looking like they're going to be aggressive? Are they looking? What are they? How are they? How are these folks feeling? Or is there a move I
Oh
roll
yeah,
for that, or
if
can I just tell?
Lana, you can tell if you've been around the block a few times and
Yeah.
you've dealt with these types before, and you know that if Lana doesn't start handing over stuff, they really might break this lady's legs.
Okay.
She seems so nice too, from a distance, even.
All right. Cool. And which one is locked eyes right now? Is that the one with the knife, or was there a different one with the knife?
The one without a weapon is actually locked eyes right now. The one that's up stands probably about 2 feet taller than the other two.
All right. Yeah, Max is gonna walk straight up to the guy with the knife and be like, "Hey, don't do that!" And I'm gonna turn to violence, but I'm gonna roll with a gun to a knife fight, which I'm gonna roll with mind instead.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Let me.
And I'm just gonna try and we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. Okay. So turn to violence. So you will roll mind instead of blood.
That is a 9 + 2 and 11.
11. Ooh, 11's good. And a 10 plus, you choose one. Okay, so the opposition chooses one also.
Yes.
But this person, I'm gonna say because of the eye lock situation. Are you attacking that guy who's locked eyes? Or are you
No, I'm
attacking
attacking the
other
guy
two
with the
people?
knife specifically.
The guy with the knife. Okay.
Well, whoever
All
the
right.
main guy was pointing the knife at somebody, that's not chill. Max is engaged.
Got you. Okay, sorry, I just misheard. So this person's going to manage to cut you in the
Okay.
process somehow.
Fair enough.
For 2 damage.
Okay. That is my armor and then 1 feint. Sweet.
Right.
What
Yes,
I
you
will
only take
do.
1.
Yep.
And you get to choose to inflict your harm. So your harm, whatever harm you do, is inflicted. Plus, you get to do one of these other 3 bullet points at the bottom.
Yes. So I will inflict harm. I'm not gonna use my revolver. I'm just trying to disarm this guy. I'm also gonna try and take his knife from him. So that is now my knife.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, you come in with like a. Go ahead and describe it.
Yeah, so if this guy's sitting out there, Max is coming up right from the side and just putting himself directly in the way of this thing as he goes, nope, 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 nope. And this guy turns around, does do a slash. I do get got a little bit, Magic armor. Hey, that's sweet, actually. Max didn't really give a shit. And as he gets, slashed with it, twists his wrists, grabs the knife, points it right back at him. Nah, nope, nope, nope.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you've got this person
just as
held
ready
up.
for this. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, and now Lana, what does your character do in this situation?
So Lana's a little confused because there were
Lana, sorry.
black wispy things. Oh, you're good. Black wispy things. So Lana's like, ooh, those are pretty. That's oh, that tingles. Sorry, I didn't get the. She starts to say like the cupcake that you wanted when all of this violence happens, and so she sort of takes a step back from that. It's just like, huh. Well, that's helpful. Thank you, person with the knife
Yep.
now.
Don't mention it. And I'm not even looking. I'm trained on this one guy.
And then I think she'll look at the other tough guys, and just sort of narrow her eyes, and that really friendly, bubbly sort of personality that she exudes kind of goes away for a second, and there's just this very cold alien look in her eyes. She's like, I think the rest of you should probably go away now.
Excellent. So, are you going to try and intimidate them, or do you have a
Yes.
magic move in Okay, perfect.
No, she's just trying to be intimidating.
No, that's
What
perfect.
what
Let's
would I
see.
roll
Okay,
for that?
so go to the basic moves tab. It's towards the end of the tabs, the right end, on the spreadsheet. And I think this would be persuade an NPC. So you can persuade an NPC with seduction, promises, or threats. That's a little bit of the latter two, promise and threat. So you roll with heart,
Okay.
and then on a hit, they will get to it. So roll 2d6 plus your heart, unless you have a move on your character
Okay,
sheet.
that's
Otherwise, that's which we could look at real quick. That you might have one on your sheet. Otherwise, that lets you roll something else. Let me see. If you mislead, distract, or trick, no. Okay, so you roll with heart instead of mind if you do the mislead, distract, or trick option. So if you wanted to go that route, you could do that, or you could do the persuade an NPC and threaten them.
Yeah, no, I think she's just gonna go for intimidation because she's going from bubbly and
Perfect.
sweet to this thing might kill me.
Yeah, no, and that makes the most sense on the way you RP and stuff too. Just one under. Okay.
6.
So does anybody in the scene want to lend a hand?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. So both of you could do it. Yeah, it stacks.
Max is pointing a knife right at this guy, and he will stab him.
2d6 plus night.
Plus night. Yeah, that's a 7 for me. Nice.
Okay, on a hand you give them +1. All right, so you can either lend a hand or get in a way. Obviously, you are lending a hand, so that boosts your 6 up to an 8, Lana. So you successfully.
Nice.
Yeah, you successfully. Okay, so On a 7 to 9, they counter your offer and demand payment, a debt, a favor, resources. They say, all right, uh, we'll get out of here. But I'll go ahead and get them out of here. The one with the baton is speaking up. Like, okay, listen, I'll get the other two out of here and keep them from wolfing out on your asses and ripping you to shreds. But I know who you are. Macks, you old fuck.
Yeah.
I'll
What
be
about it?
contacting you. I'll be
Good.
contacting you.
I hope so.
All right.
And never forget anything about this night. Because, I'll be honest, I walked right up to this fucking guy, took this from him quick. There's 4 of you. Find me. Can I try and let it out and try and intimidate them with who I used to be?
For sure. And the thing is they're like 40 years you're younger, you know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you're just like all
Good.
hunched over.
Oh yeah. I'm still quick.
All right, yeah, you
quick
successfully
and
let
witful.
it out.
And that is with spirit. Yeah, that's just Nathan.
Okay, so the woman with the baton, she grabs the other two and says, "Let's get out. Come on, you idiots, let's get out of here. They're gonna fuck us up if we don't get out of here. And I'll tell you all about Macks on the way." And then the one who is still the one who has locked eyes with your character, Cat. You can feel someone's trying to break free of the stare because the person's like tugging on them, like pulling them back, but they're still locked eyes with you. Okay, I love those. All right. Oh Lord. Uh. Okay. They might even need an IV. Yeah, got it. Okay, perfect. I will remember that. And you're looking at as you're breaking free and setting up that curse in your mind, you remember, wait a second, we kicked this guy's ass out in front of the wizard's house last season. This is the same this is one of those guys. Yeah, the werewolf. Yeah, the what wolf bikers. Yeah, that are moving into town. Yep. Yep, that's it, one of those words. They are, even more of a nuisance than you realize. You thought that might have been the last of them, but here they are again. And, but yeah, the 3 of them, hop a fence with supernatural, ability and, just jet off down the beach. And all of you are uh, I don't know if the security guards would like that. They were kinda watching this. It did happen pretty fast. Okay, you got it. But yeah, they're so fast, you know. They're like, you know, werewolf speed, you know. I could have shot them.
Lana just sort of watches them run off. Goes, "Ooh, wolves!" Rawr."
Hey, you could tell they're werewolves. They smelled like dogs when they surrounded you. You get that smell right away. Wet dogs. Yeah, so you were used to it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like how the stoner doesn't smell weed anymore. You know what I mean? That's perfect. Speaking of which, weed is legal here in this town, so a lot of people were smoking those kind of cigarettes out here in the parking lot. So, uh, so Yeah, all of you are in a group. You know the. Let me see if I did I stop the music. No, it's still going. Um, yeah, y'all are just hanging out. It seems like one of the opening acts is still going. Tiny Pete says, "Oh, hey, this security guard here was a nice fella and says I can just come right in anyway. So, I guess you didn't have to bring me here after all, other than I can't drive." Well, thanks so much. I'm gonna go in. And the you see this like 7'1" like gigantic vampire security guard at the at the front door just melt and turn into like a cute dog lover right in front of you and just start scratching the ears and you maybe even roll your eyes a bit because Tiny Pete, he takes advantage of people to get these scritches and he knows what he's doing, so just as any other dog would. um All right, so we will. Looks like we lost Raven for a second. We will say that Raven's character Lana is sorting through her many deep, infinite pockets of her jacket, which you come to find out is magical. Oh, hey, you're back. Okay. Uh, no, it's all good. We'll just have to get Spence to put you back on the screen, but pretty sure people will be able to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it actually might just be in the right spot. Who knows? Um, okay, yeah, I was just coming up with something for to explain what your character was doing while they were just RPing. But you're back, so everybody, y'all are just standing in the parking lot. I'll let y'all go ahead.
Yeah, as soon as the wolves are gone,
chat it
Max
up a bit.
goes right back to his truck with like he's definitely saying words, but he is walking away as he's saying them, and he's not saying them loudly. So you just kind of hear him go just like away to himself as he just goes into the truck and pops open a first aid kit and starts like just bandaging his arm up or just putting something over whatever this knife did, fixing the problem.
Yeah,
He's over there
it
now.
was a very shallow
Very
cut.
shallow, but he cares. He's gonna put a
Of
bandage
course,
on it.
of course, yeah,
He's
Neosporin.
prepared.
Uh,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just chemicals.
or some
Dirt's good
whiskey,
enough.
whatever. Dirt,
Whiskey
dirt,
good
and some
enough.
whiskey. um, yeah, so you are just hanging out. The show's going on inside. One thing
Could
you notice, Mikhail, that happened during the altercation. Mikhail had grabbed you by the arm, Olivia, and was about to like drag you away into the building to safety, like how he did last episode when he
Oh
dragged you through the
yeah.
door. But anyway, that's just one thing that he mentioned that his character would do if your character got in danger during this episode. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it messaged me beforehand. So
Good.
could Lana see that Max got injured, like from during all of that?
yeah, I reckon, yeah, that makes sense. It's
Yeah,
well
she
lit
would
enough
offer
parking lot.
to. Okay, yeah, she'd look at them and be like, do you want me to fix that for you?
Oh, you can do that.
Oh yeah,
I mean, if it's not too much trouble, I don't. Please.
no, it's not too much trouble. And she'll reach into her pocket and pull out a little pack of fruit snacks and hand it to him. Like, it's very important that you eat these because, well, they don't actually heal you, but they'll make you feel better while I do the thing. So she
All right.
hands him this pack of
Perfect.
fruit snacks and then puts her hand over the cut. And I'm going to use the fairy magic, Nature's Caress, which heals 2 harm.
Yeah, and that's you don't even roll for that at all. You just get in there.
Sweet.
And I think I
uh,
will do a corruption for that.
yep, yeah,
Now,
exactly.
Got
You're
would
it.
probably
that give me back my magic armor, or is the armor gone?
the magic armor, I would say, will probably last the scene. So once we
Yeah, but
switch
the one armor was
scenes and
already
get
used, so does it? do I still have it for the scene, or is it gone?
Oh no, it's a permanent. Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay, cool, cool,
doesn't
cool,
get
cool, cool,
used
cool.
up actually.
I see. Wonderful.
Like if you're wearing armor, it's permanent. But for
Awesome.
the
Thank you for the
scene, it's also
clarification.
permanent. Of
Excellent.
course, no problem.
Am
And
I
once we
able
get into
to?
where we're in, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'll let you finish first, Lag. So
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say, oh, is my video and voice coming in decent enough?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, you're good.
all right, just making sure. Because we know we had those problems the first episode,
Yeah.
and I've been scarred.
Oh,
But no, it's okay. I'm just kidding. Yeah. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
Just that the armor sticks around for the whole thing. It's not.
Yeah, armor.
You check the
Yeah,
box.
the magic armor will stick around for the whole scene, and once you all get inside of the bar or whatever, that'll be another scene. Is what I'm just trying to clarify.
and while Lana is doing her cool magic healing, am I able to channel to kind of like get those slots back, or is that something I can
Of
only do
course.
once a day? Okay.
No, you can channel as many times as you want. So let's go ahead and do a channel check.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Is that
Gotta have
the
your
2d6
mana points.
plus spirit? I
Yeah,
think.
roll with spirit. Yep.
Okay. Come on. Pretty good.
Yes. Same thing happens whenever the Fae uses some Fae magic. Also, they have to do something similar.
So what does a 9 give me?
A 9, hold 3, and you choose one from the list below. So you can take -1 ongoing until you rest. You can suffer 1 harm, or you can mark a corruption. So it either
And what's the
fatigues you
-1?
or it. The -1 will be a -1 to any checks that you make until you go to sleep again tonight. And and a 1 harm, obviously that would be you already have faint, so that would actually knock you into serious. But you could get the Fae to heal you. The Fae can heal you for 2. So
That's very true.
And then there's also mark corruption.
I might take I'll take a hit to heart, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really use that one. It's my dumb stat.
Oh no, it's a -1 ongoing. Your whole. It's a -1 ongoing to just any check.
Okay.
Because it's like you're almost like
So put me on an 8 or so.
magically cursed a little bit,
Okay.
kinda.
Cool.
All right, so yeah, just -1 ongoing. That's just what that means. So just, I guess, just try and remember it. If not, whatever, no big deal.
Yeah, I'll stick a temp 2 in there. -2.
Okay, cool, excellent. Okay, perfect. And yeah, and if you want, you can get. I mean, you see the Fae healing up Macks, and you do feel kind of weak from when you did this before, and you do know that she could probably heal you up if you just asked her. But you also don't know.
I don't know.
very
She
well,
went through like a really stressful time, so like I feel like
Mhm.
I feel like
That's fine
embarrassed
too.
asking. So she'll probably just see me. I'll just be kind of like maybe like hold my arm a little bit, just kind of like I look a little like wore out, but I don't want to be like, "Hi, you just went through a traumatic situation. Can you help me?" So I
Yeah,
don't ask.
exactly.
So
Exactly. So so we'll say it's up to Lana. You notice that her character looks a little fatigued.
Yeah, and Lana does not look at all traumatized. She's just like back to being bubbly and cheerful. So yeah, she
Good.
notices you're holding your arm. She's like, "Oh, did you get hurt too? Do you need a fruit snack?"
Just a
She loves cold
channeling.
dog.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and you're familiar enough with wizard magic that you know that sometimes, just like your magic, it can, hurt a little bit when you try to access it.
Okay. Well, that's the least I can do. Here you go, and she'll hand you a pack of fruit snacks, and then do the move again, as long as you are willing.
yeah, I am. I'm like, you're the best. Thank you. So
Oh yeah, and you feel great.
No, I hear that a lot. It's kind of nice.
And so you can uncheck
And I'll
faint.
just do another corruption.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. Who cares? It's a one shot. Get corrupt.
Yeah.
Tap into the dark
If I rack him
side.
if I rack him up fast enough, maybe I get one of these cool corruption moves over here.
Oh my god, that would
before
if you
the
got
end.
that during a one shot, that would be I feel like a record or something. I would
Just
love
get so
that.
corrupted that you could retire your
All right,
character and they could cut as a
goals.
threat.
Oh my god, yeah, come back as the main villain at the end of the season just for one shot. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. What a kind of creepy villain that would be. Just like such a sweet character somehow as the villain.
Unexpected.
Max would
Somehow
not
you
love
all end
it.
up like somehow you
deal
all
with
end up
it,
in a
but-
cooking contest, and she's the judge, and that's
Oh
why she's the villain.
no. No. That's so funny.
Oh no.
I love that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and say if y'all want. There's a couple. The show, the main act doesn't start for a little bit, maybe about probably another hour. So we'll go through one at a time, and y'all can pair off. I recommend maybe you pair off that way. Y'all are together more a little bit. But if y'all have anything you want to do, just a couple of things I can think of. Maybe that there's a number of moves here that could be useful in social situations. If you look at the basic move section, you can go in and figure some people out if you want, or if you want to try and get more XP. That's always important. Uh, there are various ways to do that. You could put a name to a face, so you can go in and look, put a name to a face on a couple of the NPCs, here and there until you get your XP, all your XP checked in. I mean, this is really kind of what the game's for, is to, do things. That's why the XP has all the various social ways to gain it, to kind of just be a mechanism to encourage socialization. Study a place of power. We kind of already knocked that one down. Hit the streets. That's if you're looking for something or information about a rumor, you can do something like that here as well. Hold on one second. I have an alarm going off. Another thing that comes to mind is you are like a block or so down from the gathering tree, which is where you would need to do the ritual to summon Arnold Buck. So you are just right down the road from that. If you wanted to go do that real quick.
I feel like I need to find Julia first because she said she was in a sketch situation. So I think
Yeah.
her safety is way more important than my
Okay.
like
Of
weird
course. Yeah.
obsession
No.
with
And
figuring out why that ghost is around in rumors.
you want to text
So
her?
yeah. I'll get out my
Okay.
phone and be like,
All
Jules,
right.
where you at? I made it.
All right. You notice you have another text as well. All of you
Okay.
are for whatever reason are in a group text together. And you see Celeste has sent 2 texts to the group text. She, I imagine, uses it quite a bit more than everyone else, so I wouldn't be surprised if y'all have it muted. But you see that she sent the first text she sent probably about an hour ago is, "I can't find the remote. Please help. Where is it? Can't watch the show." And then about 20 minutes ago, this one seems to actually be addressed to the fact that she's not here at the concert like she said she was going to be. She says, "I'm stuck at Angels until she thinks it's okay, so I won't be at the concert tonight, but I sent the case of batteries to your house." And it's seems to be the first one seems to be she seems to be the type of person to address her text messages with her name at the end, even though it's coming from her, like kind of like an older person would do. And it says the first one's addressed to Celeste, and the second one is addressed to Cel, Cel. So she probably sends different versions of her name and then she addresses them and stuff various times. So you're used to it with her. But anyway, that's a couple of messages you got from her. And by the time you're done reading those and looking through, if any of you want to respond at the end of the session, like, you're welcome to. There's a group text channel in our
Oh,
Discord
cool.
under in
Okay.
game. Yeah. And so
Batteries?
that's where she
Question
sent them.
mark.
But yeah, and so but yeah, by the time you're done reading it and you're like, I'll respond later, you get a message from Julia, or Jules. That's what you're her nickname.
Yeah, I just
uh
call her Jules. She's my bestie.
okay, cool.
So
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
yeah.
Jules, yeah, you have it in your phone as Jules. So
hmm
Jules messages you back and says, "Sorry, got hung up. It took forever for my app to for an Uber driver to accept my ride, and I've just been sitting up here Walgreens. And she says, app says we're 5 minutes out.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, should we meet you inside? Is what I respond with.
Uh, sure, that
Okay.
works.
Yeah, I'll
Uh,
probably hang with Mikhail and anyone else who wants to go in. I'll probably like kind of if the bar is close to the entrance, I kind of
mhm.
want to like make sure I'm watching for her to come in, and I'll
Yeah.
also if like anyone comes in with her, I'll kind of like I don't know if you can hold action, but kind of like hold action
Yeah.
to figure whoever's with her out, kind of thing. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
kind of
There's
worried she
right
got
away. You
herself
want to.
in a bad sitch.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Okay. Um. Perfect. All right. So Olivia offers. It says she's going to go in. Does anybody want to follow her in? Oh, you're muted, Cat.
That's good.
Still muted.
Yeah.
I think he knows. It's there somewhere. It's at the
Well,
bottom of that one page with all the pictures of our pretty faces on. There
there
you
it
go.
is. Wait.
How are you muted still? All right. Troubleshoot and come back to us. Oh, now you're just moving your lips. No. Is this a prank? No, I'm just kidding. We're having some technical differences.
I can hear
There we
Yeah.
go.
you.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh dang.
Lovely.
That's weird. Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see... Sounds good now.
Oh, how odd.
Yeah, that might be. We'll have a break here in for about 20 minutes. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, no, that's perfect. It's funny. There's a front bar and then there's a bar to the back of the establishment, like sort of to the side, like closer to the stage.
I'll probably
Um,
do front part. And do I know what Frank's drink is? Because if I do, I'm just gonna like order mine, pay for it,
yeah, perfect.
and be like, here, friends. So
Yeah, what's Frank's DOC? Yeah,
okay.
cool. And does
And that's
Max
what
have
I
a drink
ordered.
of choice?
Yeah, when he could do it, he's a gin martini kind of guy, but
Fancy.
he's also not in the glass. No. He wants the big cup of it.
Got it. Okay.
But if they don't do that, he's not picky actually. After that,
Okay. Yeah. And
there's like an optimal, but everything's good.
so yeah, you're here to see the show, Lana, and it looks like you made some actual friends this time. Not those
Yeah.
guys in the leather.
Yeah, she just sort of tags along. Like doesn't really wait to get invited to come with
Nope.
them. It's
Perfect.
just sort of like I'm just part of your group now. Like doesn't really give you
Yeah.
a
I'm
That
like,
choice.
works.
Lana, you're awesome. What are you having? And I get Lana a drink too. I get everyone a drink. I'm like, I got a bonus this week at my job, so drinks first round on me. So
Oh, it's very kind. I'll have I don't know, whatever their signature fruitiest cocktail is.
Okay, they have a blue cocktail called Drain Cleaner, named after the bar, the Drain that you're at.
That's really good. Max would
Sure.
actually maybe get one of those too.
I
Yeah,
feel
the
like we
Drain
need to
Sure.
do
Cleaners.
I'll
this.
try one of those.
And when you order one and you're waiting and you see the tender start to mix it up, you look around, you see a lot of people are drinking these in like the big mugs. It's like kind of like one of their signature things that people come and get, and like during events they're like $6 a pop or something. They're normally like 9. Um,
Nice.
Yeah, and y'all got in the venue for a disc. If you're a supernatural creature in some way, you get in for $10, and if you're a human, you get in for 20. So it's like kind of like ladies' night, but supernatural's night.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
You and
hilarious.
me both, man.
And Tiny Pete doesn't. Tiny Pete is the one that has to get you to pull his wallet out of his little vest and pay for it too. So like, you're like extra inconvenienced by it. And
As
Tiny
soon as
Pete's
Max
like,
goes in, he's gonna try and figure out where Tori's at.
got you. You see Tori. She's guarding like one of the back rooms, possibly where like the acts are like stowed away before brought out.
Yeah. Once he gets his drink, or even maybe before then, he's gonna make his way over there
All right.
just to check in with her.
Okay. Yeah. The rest of you get a table or something maybe, or sit at the bar, or where with your preference. While Max heads over to his friend that he arrived with much earlier. Um, oh, hey, old man. You have
Hey,
fun. You have fun sitting out in your truck listening to your podcasts.
yeah. I mean, I stopped a mugging and got stabbed a little bit, but we're chilling.
Stop a what?
I mean, there was a little bit of a. There was a. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine. It's fine.
What'd you get stabbed at? Let me see.
No, I mean it's. And he shows like the where there's no wound at all.
What are you talking about, stab? I don't see no stab wound.
No, that's shush. You're not letting me.
Sorry.
There's a Fae, new Fae. Met him. They healed me up. Got stabbed, but it's fine. The wolves are back. They're mad about whatever they're mad about. There's I don't know a basement downstairs. It looks like there's some things going on. I don't know if you're aware of that. I don't know the layout here, but you got this door. There's another door outside. Anyway,
All
you need
right.
a drink?
You said all right. You said this was wolves. You know for sure.
Yeah, I know what they smell like.
All right. No, I don't need a drink. I need to stay a little clear headed.
That's the
all
right answer. I was testing you.
Oh yeah, sure. Sure you were. I've seen
Yeah.
you drunk as hell building a house.
And I'm me, and you are you. I know my limits, and I know your limits, and
You don't listen.
at least on the job.
All right, I gotta make a phone call.
All right.
Quit your rambling. And she pats you on the shoulder and smiles
Yeah.
at you. You know I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I know.
And
The basement though is fine. There's nothing that I need to.
you could see her phone. She scrolls through her contacts like in front of you, and you can see she clicks on the name Marcus Vincent. And she calls up Marcus. Even though Marcus isn't here, you could let's see, put a name to a face.
Yeah, actually, so for Marcus, he is
If you've around
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Can I old friends, old favors, Marcus?
Yeah, anytime. Let's see what that does.
Yeah. So instead of putting a name to a face, I'm gonna roll with mind. On a hit, they offer me comfort and aid, even if it exposes them to danger or retribution. On a 7 to 9, I owe them a debt, and on a miss, they want me dead. So.
Okay, yeah, this could go anywhere, huh?
Yeah, this could go anywhere.
All right, let's see. Where is that move at?
This is a veteran specific move.
Veteran specific move. Old friends, old favors. Okay,
Old
when
friends,
you first
old
encounter
favors.
an NPC. All right.
All right. Yep. That is
all right. So yeah, go ahead and roll.
A straight up 8.
An 8. Okay.
No, wait. We'll roll with mine. That is a 10.
A 10. Okay, even better. On a hit, they offer you comfort and aid, even if it exposes them to danger or retribution.
Yeah.
Okay, so
threatening me. So what's their
this
second thing to say about it?
We'll say maybe you've worked. Marcus handles security and like business entrepreneurial stuff for the werewolves in town, like the established tribe of werewolves, and you have had to take safe haven at one of his apartments before. while y'all are working on a joint venture, probably 20 years back. And he ages slowly as a werewolf, so he hasn't aged too much. But yeah, so I don't think you owe him any debts or anything, right? Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so neither of you owe each other debts. You just know each other. Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's
He
calling.
likes me, I think.
Yeah. Oh, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, and
Which is good.
anytime you're in his part of town, and if you're running from something, he's in your contacts list. He's somebody you can call and text or whatever. Y'all have kept in touch over the past 20 years at least. Enough to where you have a working relationship with him. You're not maybe as familiar with his boss Eric, who's like kind of like the tribal leader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
Head wolf, if you will. But yeah, so she's calling Marcus, and you hear she's like, "Yeah, those goons you were telling me you were having to worry about these days? Yeah, from out of town. Yeah, those jackasses tried to mug somebody down here at the drain tonight. Yeah, and then they're fucked up. Yeah. All right. If I see him again, I'll take care of him for you. No, I don't mean like that kind of take care of him. I'll like knock him out, put him in my trunk or something. Whatever. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Are you coming down to the show? Yeah. All right. I don't blame you. Yeah. No, she's quite the lady. I don't blame you one bit. Yeah, definitely go tend to her. All right. Take it easy. And she hangs up. And apparently Marcus is at a date or something more spicy. um, yeah, and if anybody in my game is curious, I can't show on stream what Marcus looks like. I'll go ahead and describe him. He is a hefty, kind of stout, almost like linebacker built, like bald, bearded black man that wears stylish glasses, stylish sunglasses during the day, button down. In the image I have him, he's got a button down, kind of a blue shirt and some like kind of dress pants. He's dressed for business, but at any point, with his strength and size, at any point, you know, those buttons can come. That button shirt can come right off, and he can turn into a quite a large beast. He's actually known for being one of the largest, having one of the largest woven forms out of like any wolf in the area. And he has the business savvy of just someone quite wealthy. he he's pretty much he's pretty much the one that runs the pack, and more so than Eric, but Eric's just kind of the face of everything. All right, so we will go ahead and move on to Olivia and Mikhail and Cat's character, Frank. Olivia, Mikhail, Frank, you're all sitting at the bar, enjoying your drinks. Some of them glowing blue, some of them normal brown and smoky. Um, and this is about when Jules walks in. Um, she's long brown hair. She's wearing like a kind of a nice kind of glittery blouse, with a like a pencil skirt and some heels. She's dressed rather nicely for the evening. And got a couple bracelets on her right wrist and her Apple Watch on her left. And she comes in, and she's by herself. Uh, could you remind me again? Because since it's been even just longer than 24 hours, and my brain sucks. Could you remind me again who she was specifically worried about? Did she tell you?
I don't think she gave specifics. It was kind of like the movie Brick. It's just like, be here, stuff's gonna be bad, could get bad, but she didn't.
Okay,
All I know is it's a vampire concert,
gotcha. Okay,
and she may have gotten
I
herself
remember now.
mixed up with bad people.
Perfect.
So
That's all I needed was a little
okay.
reminder. It sparked the whole thing that I had in my head last session back up.
Cool.
So yeah, she waves at you and she seems happy, but then she looks to the right and you're not really quite sure who she's looking at first, but her demeanor shifts to, oh crap.
Okay.
And you look and see who she's looking at, and you can do the figure someone out on them.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
definitely gonna do that.
this person, they are femme presenting in a lot of ways, but pretty androgynous in a lot of other ways.
Okay.
Their pronouns are probably, either she, he, or they,
Okay.
uh, which you confirm once you meet them. Um, this person, she's wearing a like a gray sweater, that's all kind of cut up, and it's got like the thumb holes through it. Um, and the sweater has like some sort of gnarly band logo on it. And they have like ripped jeans, tall boots, um, a wallet chain, um, piercings, tattoos. You know the
Year
type.
2000, metalhead.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you got it. uh, and so that's exactly the vibe. Um, and especially because vampires tend to dress out of modern fashion. They like stick with a fashion they like them, even
I like
it might be
Marios,
50
Queen of
years
the
old.
Damned. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. um but they happen to really latch on to the to this 2000s era scene kid, metalhead look.
Right.
um and so uh behind them is this tall, lanky, like scene kid who's got like the emo hair, like the bangs that hang above the eyes, and like the beanie on and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, like dated fashion. Uh,
Okay.
and they both walk up to Jules, before she's able to come over to the bar where you're at.
So
And you can do the figure someone out, real quick, actually.
yeah, so I'm gonna be like, hey, Miguel, that's my friend. This sketchy business. I'm gonna head
Oh,
over
those
this
two
way.
look
Yeah.
interesting.
Um, and I'm gonna do figure someone out.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to see what they're hoping to get from Jules. But I rolled a 6, so I don't know if that's
Okay.
gonna be very successful.
Mikhail is going to try to lend a
Yeah,
hand.
cool.
Um, Give me 1 second. Let me set the dice roller up because I suck. Let's see. It's probably a 1. All right, Mikhail. I can't really get a good read on them.
Okay.
And let's see if you're in their circle, ask an additional question even on a miss. So you're not in their circle, but Mikhail is.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you that question anyway.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you get to ask a question even on a miss.
Okay. Do I have to just select a different one?
No, you can select the
No?
same one you
Okay.
wanted.
All right.
You just don't get to ask two.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask what like what they're trying to get from Julia. So
Money, and they're trying to get maybe a customer out of her,
like
because
her as a customer or she
her
as
as a
a customer?
customer,
Okay.
because she's buying some like kind of like party drugs from them.
Ah, okay. Yeah, college days.
Nothing too harsh, nothing
Yeah.
too crazy, but
Okay. So I walk up, I'm like, hey Julia, how you doing?
Hey,
Who are
hey,
these guys? And I kind of say that second part like quiet enough for her to hear in the
yeah,
music, but hopefully not loud
yeah,
enough for those dudes to hear.
yeah,
So
exactly. They're just
yeah,
they're talking amongst each other anyway, showing off some like product that maybe they're
okay,
like pulling out of their pockets or something to figure out.
okay,
And this isn't happening like right in the doorway. This is like a little further into the bar,
okay,
like uh to the we'll say that right when you walk in, the bar where y'all were sitting is to the left, and there's like a little hangout kind of spot where some people are at to the right that this is happening
okay.
at. And so uh yeah, she's like I dated that one a couple of years ago. And I don't know, I wanted something maybe we could take to like make us like loosen up tonight. I don't know. Um, something I don't know. If you don't want to take any with me, that's fine. I could just save it for another night when we're sitting at the apartment or something. We'll watch a goofy movie if that's a better environment. But
Yeah, the latter might be better because I don't know. We already almost had a knife fight tonight.
what
Some
the hell? Are you
biker
serious?
bros. Yeah, it's like they went and tried to rob some totally innocent
Holy
person,
shit!
and
Who?
it's just not good. Oh yeah, our new friend Lana over here. So over here, and I kind of start like headed back toward the bar where everybody's at.
Okay, she looks at him and
Yeah.
she looks at the other two. It says, "Hey, we'll touch base again before the show. Maybe half an hour. We can meet somewhere around here by the bar."
Okay.
Or no, she's sorry. She's talking to. I didn't clarify very well. She looks to the two vampires and says that, and Vern, one of the vampires, because you can see the one that was dressed in all the leather with the ripped jeans and the sweater and stuff. They have their name and their pronouns like as patches, like
Okay.
on their like, sweater, along with tons of other various like patches for bands and different
Okay.
things like "fuck the patriarchy" and shit like that. You
Or
know what
like
I mean?
punk rock vests kind of
Yeah,
thing, the
exactly.
studs and
But on
the
a sweater, you know.
okay.
uh, but yeah, and so she says, I'll meet you guys in, at 30 minutes or so," and they kind of nod and are like, all right, we can make a couple other sales in the meantime, and they kind of go off and start talking to some other
Okay.
people. And I think this will be a good time, probably to go ahead and take a break because
Okay.
an hour and a half into the thing, and then we got we let's see how much time we have left. It's 8:30. Yeah, and then we'll come back with about an hour or so, hour 15, something like that. Oh, sorry, wrong time zone. I'm in the middle of the United States. All right in the center.
Alrighty, well, we'll go ahead and take a break for 15 minutes.
Yeah, perfect.
Alrighty, so everybody come back here at 9:40 Eastern or whatever. It's 40 past. Come back at 40 past, and we'll be starting this up again, okay? And thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Somehow Human. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, good. I don't know why. I don't know why I just don't trust technology. I'm like, there's no way my mic's working properly unless I get confirmation. All right. Well, the first half we had a little bit of a mugging that didn't work out for the muggers, and the muggy made some new friends, so that was pretty cool. Well, the muggy's having internet problems, unfortunately. Um, but we're sticking with it. Um, so we will go back. We will start things back off with all of you sort of just sitting at the bar, enjoying your drinks. It's going to be a few minutes, and then Eldritch Money Shot is going to go on stage, and things are going to get a little rowdier in here. Um, So yeah, I'll go ahead and just break. I'll go ahead and just step back and let y'all RP a bit. Y'all are just, if you want, y'all are just sitting at the bar. The bartender seems to be kind of frantically working around you, passing people drinks and stuff. But y'all can manage to get conversation in here and there. Yeah, yes, if you want, that's totally fine. All right. Let me see. Let's see. No, it's okay. It's in the basic moves tab. On the spreadsheet. The tabs are at the very end. All right. Yeah, it's roll 2d6 plus mind. It's okay. I'm only 70% know the game either. So a 4. Okay, that is not a great one. Let's see. The bartender is not the same circle as you, so you don't get to ask any questions. So you actually never met him, and you can't really get a good read on him. Oh, you do have some oracle shit you can do though. Let's see what you got. You can um, one of these skim the surface. Yeah, while he's handing you a drink, you can accidentally sort of graze his finger or whatever. Can't really get a good regular read on him, so why not actually get a magical read on him? Okay, so you get to ask one of these questions. What? Okay. Hmm. The bartender's holding on. The bartender's holding on to a secret about the owners of this club um, disposing of someone for starting trouble with them. One night when, yeah, one night you can guess probably one night when he was in here by like with very few people, something went down and he was forced to keep that secret. Just tells you the kind of people that own the place. Yeah, the guy. It wasn't quite like, it was a little bit of both, I guess. The guy did get a little too rowdy with a member of the staff, and when they with a member of the security staff, and when the member tried to escort them out, the guy pulled a weapon out. Yes. It seems to weigh very heavily on this man's mind. Um, it's seen in the vision. Okay. Yes. This is the guy who was one of the guy who was dating Darla that she broke up with, the vampire one, Malik Turner. He's there. Oh no, he's not definitely not being disposed of. He's overseeing. Yeah, he's not getting his hands dirty. He's just overseeing it. Yeah, exactly. And let's see if you're curious about Malik Turner. I'll go ahead and say a little bit about him. Malik Turner is a successful entrepreneur that makes a lot of behind the scenes decisions about the expansion of the city. He has a ton of influence over mortality, which are humans. And he's also a very powerful vampiric warrior. So he easily could have disposed of that guy himself, but he had others do it for him. Uh, to an extent, yeah, that's actually a pretty good comparison. No, I used this much younger fella who's very handsome. uh, um, this handsome vampire guy. The game with the vampire wieners. Anyway, yeah, he owns the bar. I would say yes. You from your vision, you got a lot from that vision. This guy is very loose. He might be on some sort of like pharmaceutical or something that made that made his surface thoughts real easy to pry out. He works this kind of job. He's got to be on something. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. I mean, you still have Phoenix's cell phone. So Phoenix's, uh,
Not my place, not my problem. Yeah. That's good.
yeah, exactly. um, so Julia is sitting with y'all now, and she's like, "Sorry, I'm so rude. Who are your friends, Olivia?"
So we have Frank, we have Max, and we have Lana. We just met.
Oh, hey, nice to meet you
Yeah,
all.
Hi.
and this is my friend Jules.
Did y'all bring like ponchos or anything?
Like Poncho's burritos or like Poncho's?
No, like
Like
the
for the
ones you
rain.
wear during the rain. Yeah, like the ones you wear in the rain. The plastic ones that come in the little packages.
If
I,
we need them, I got a
I
got a handful of them in my truck.
yeah, I would go get those real quick because
Oh,
we got about 20 minutes till this band comes on, and they're just gonna start spraying shit everywhere. It's gonna be weird.
mm.
And Tiny Pete's like, oh well, you know how I like playing in the sprinkler, and this is just water with food coloring in it to make it look like blood. So figured it would be kind of fun.
Yeah, arguably Tiny Pete would love it no matter what.
Yes, that's another. That's probably one of the main reasons why Tobean bosses him around so much. keep him in line. Oh, well, I'll be able to tell. I've got a good sense of taste and smell, as a dog. You smell like something kind of strange, Macks.
I gotta go get the ponchos. And he stands up and he goes outside.
He's clearly smelling whatever gilly goo is left on
Oh yeah,
residue
100%.
is on.
Yep. It's quick.
All right.
Takes a quick count. He's gonna go grab like 5 ponchos.
Excellent. You come back with some ponchos. Everybody's all ponchoed up. And this
They are bright silver. They they are not subtle. They they are emergency ponchos. He is prepared for emergencies.
Do we look like a bunch of red cones?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Exactly. And we will say he's got one for a dog that he meant to have for Gilly.
Yeah. If they want one, Seems like
Oh yeah, Tiny Pete wants one.
Okay, good. Tiny Pete has one.
He's like, I don't.
Lana has pulled out like a sheet butterfly sticker and just putting them all over this big silver poncho.
I love that.
It's decorated. It's beautiful.
I think I can get one right here. Nice.
What's it a sticker of?
I like that. They're butterflies.
Oh, they're all butterflies. So that one's like a
Oh yeah,
big
that's right. You said butterfly stickers.
blue and
That is
purple one
implied
with
with the
sparkles.
butterfly stickers thing. That you said.
Perfect.
All right, so this is about when he gets back and everybody gets suited up. Is about when the show starts. So go ahead and things start to get a little loud here. So we'll go ahead and let's see, Macks and do y'all stay together during the show, or do you pair off and go watch stuff from different angles, or what are you gonna do?
I think for Max at least, unless there's a reason to go do a thing somewhere else, he's probably going to be home base at whatever booth or table we currently have. Unless everybody's going somewhere.
Yeah.
If we want this to be our spot that we can always come back to, Max is so chill, just like being home base.
Okay.
He's constantly on swivel, but until he has to do something, he's chilling.
Okay. Jules excitedly gets up and drags Olivia with her over to stand up in the front. As close to the front as I can
I'm gonna head to the splash zone.
The splash zone. That's exactly what it's called. Perfect. Is Lana going to the splash zone?
Yeah, she'll follow Olivia.
Cool.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So the ladies go to the splash zone and the fellas hold up the table. Got it. Love it. The adventurous ones of the group. Let's see. Okay. Something very interesting happens before the show starts. So the band, let me go ahead and describe the band real quick. There's 4 members, a bassist, a bassist, a guitarist / vocalist, another guitarist, and a drummer. They come out dressed like 80s hair metal. They're almost like a mix of like Twisted Sister and like Poison, but also a little bit of like Judas Priest with all the leather. And their hair's all teased up real far in the air, except for the drummer who's bald and has like skull tattoos, and they come out like fangs just shining in the lights, with their instruments in hand. Everybody's getting, whoa, yeah, whoa, riled up. And the singer comes up to the microphone and it's like, "Hey, everybody out there tonight. Hope you're ready to get soaking wet. Yeah, we're looking at all of you. We don't care who you are. Let's all join the party. Um, it's like, we need a volunteer to come up here to get this thing started, though. You know how it goes. We got to take that ritualistic first shot of blood whiskey, and then we get that mosh pit going." And you have like the drummer and the guitarist and the bassist kind of like just rocking out kind of in the background before the vocals come in. "Come on, who's volunteer? Who volunteers?" And a bunch of people are raising their hand. Do any of the party members raise their hand? Otherwise, a random NPC is chosen. Okay. All right. So
Yeah, no.
I hope everyone's got their heads up.
That Plata's
Where's
doing
your
the
hoodie
same
at?
thing.
I'm just kidding. All right. So this like skinny looking femme presenting kind of nerdy person with let's see, they seem to be probably in their early 20s. um uh they have like light tan skin. They seem to be kind of Hispanic. Go ahead and roll. Everyone can go ahead and roll. Put a name to a face for power. Sorry, wild. Oh no, not wild. Power. Sorry, power is correct. So that would be 2d. Yeah, 2d6 plus power. Everybody can go ahead and roll that.
Got a
And I'll go around.
Power.
Ooh, nice, Max. I love that. Two natural ones. That's how you get it
Yep,
done.
I'm good at what I do.
You've never seen this person in your life.
Never at all.
All right, so we got
That's a 5.
couple of fives. Yeah, none of
Oh,
y'all have
with
seen it. It
power,
just
that's
looks
a
like
3.
it just looks like Olivia's the only person that knows this person. So this is, let's see. Let me go to the moves real quick. Sorry. I got all kinds of windows, y'all. If you knew how many windows, you'd understand why I am the way I am. All right, put a name to a face is what we're gonna do. So on a hit, you know their reputation. The MC will tell you what most people know about them. Okay, so you will know this person's reputation. This is, forget her name. Just let me scroll up a little bit.
And you said this was a person of power, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The circle that they're in is power.
Sweet.
Let me. Give me 1 second. All right. Actually, make a note real quick. Ooh, that's not how you spell power, but who cares? You get the do. I threw an E at the end. Who knows? All right. So this is Claudia Moreno. She's about her mid-20s. She has a finger on the pulse on pretty much every black market supernatural dealing in town, even outside of her own circles of influence. She sells premium magic items, but at a very high cost. And she has an ancient coin collection that she like is super into. So you can kind of bring you and a lot of wizards know if you bring her some good old. She's an imp actually. And imps are normally wild, but she has switched her circle to power because of all the dealings with wizards that she does. But yeah, so a lot of you've heard wizards tell you to just bring in ancient coins with you, and you can get good discounts on the stuff she sells. But yeah, she jumps up there and she's not very tall. She's like 5 foot, just flat, So she's just like just this small, like unassuming, like woman gets up there and the singer pours a shot and then takes a needle and prick. Huh? Go ahead. Yeah, sure. What you letting it out for? Okay, got you. Okay, all right, I like that. Yeah, no, and you can always interrupt me if you like something like that just happens immediately. So, as she's so essentially what they're doing while you're honing in on this is they pour a shot, and each of them are pricking their fingers and putting a drop of like vampiric blood like in the shot, and she's gonna take it, and it's gonna like hype her up and get her ready to go to start the mosh pit. Basically, this is like what they're notorious for. Um, and okay, yeah, you roll spirit 6. Okay, yeah, there's no way anybody can really assist you. There's no other oracles around. um okay. Yeah, so let's see what happens. Does it say anything that happens when you miss? Oh yeah, let it out. Let's see. It's the let it out move. All right. Let it out. On a hit, you mark corruption, blah 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 blah. On a 10. Okay, so on a miss, it just like your ability just sort of fuzzes out. Doesn't quite work. You're unable to tap into it. I guess you maybe write it off as all the loud music. Yeah, all the loud music's making it hard to concentrate and listen to the the fate.
And
Okay.
I'm to share the information kind of, I'll kind of like shout over the loud music like you do at a show, like, "Hey
Yeah.
Lana, it looks like the back alley coin dealers up there. I didn't know she was a blood drinker."
Excellent. Yeah, so Lana, you've actually dealt with Claudia before. Um what's what's a magic eye? Oh, I know. Could we say that Claudia offered to buy her internet messed up. Anyway, Claudia offered to buy her magical coat from her one time. And okay, are you back? You there? Okay. Claudia offered to buy your magical coat one time, and you had like a heated argument with her before. Like the last time you were in Linwood Cove.
Sorry, my internet keeps cutting out. Was that directed at me?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Lana, yeah, sorry. Lana knows the woman who stepped up there and is about to take the shot and dive into the crowd. Earlier earlier our wizard said, "Oh, it looks like the back alley coin dealer's up there." And you immediately recognized her as that girl you got as that imp you got in an argument with last time you were here because she kept insisting on buying your coat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Lana's now looking at this with interest. It's like, wonder what's gonna happen. Be a shame if she fell off the stage or something.
Oh, I know. And she let's see, she takes the shot. Um and she seems to just get super hyped and pumped up. She's bouncing, she starts to hop, you know, jump up and down all over the stage, like just kind of like almost like Randy Savage of WWF fame. And she dives into the crowd and immediately like over your heads, by the way, because y'all are up kind of close to the front, and starts a mosh pit behind you. One second, I got a cough. Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
I take blood pressure medicine that gives me a dry cough sometimes. It kicks in. I can't do anything about it. Let me grab another drink.
So yeah, I think Lana just
right.
leans over to Olivia and points like, she's super annoying.
Oh, that's
Really? Dang. Good to know.
Yeah, I was here once before and she kept trying to buy my coat and it was weird. I'm like, no, it's not for sale. And she's like, no, I gotta buy it. I'm like, go buy your own magical coat.
Oh man, that's good to know. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I haven't
just as
really
you are
looked
saying
into.
that, you notice like you're kind of like being pushed forward because the mosh pit's like just bouncing off of like two people behind you that you just it's you only have like 2 rows of people in between you and the mosh pit, so you're just kind of like rocking back and forth, getting pushed up against while you're having this conversation, and the music's playing. So you know, gets about towards the end of their first track, and I'll go ahead and roll. All right, Max and Frank, you're sitting at the table just next to the bar, and both of you spot out of the corner of your eye an early 20 something, let's see, like an early 20 something mass presenting, uh tall, kind of, you know, I don't know, he looks academic almost, like it's kind of, he's dressed in like sort of like business casual, like I don't know, kind of seems out of place here. But he seems like he was with a couple of friends. No, he's a tourist. He's here with a couple of friends who don't seem to be. He's here with a couple of friends who are a couple. You can tell just right out of the gate that he's like a third wheel, and they don't seem to be paying much attention to him. And he looks down at something that he almost steps on, and he reaches down to pick something up, and you notice in his hand he's got a necklace with a little glass cylinder pendant attached to it, possibly like a vial. And he puts the he's like, oh, he kind of shrugs, much like Max just did, and puts the necklace on, kind of almost seemingly without thinking, just like there's no hesitation. And the show, and the end of the first song has like a really huge, like massive drum solo, guitar solo. They're so over the top, like it's kind of ridiculous. It's their first song. What are they doing? They're kind of like ending the song like it's like the encore of the evening or something. You know what I mean? And so the music's extra loud at this moment, and this guy puts the necklace on and immediately just just starts like screaming and struggling, and his friends are like, dude, what's wrong, what happened, are you okay? And a security kind of walks over to him, Tori, to check on him, and he fangs start to, you see his two canines fall out of his mouth and land on the ground, and blood just starts to run down his face as 2 vampiric fangs erupt in their place.
What the shit?
And then he lets off this like otherworldly and then runs out the front door like lightning fast speeds.
Tori. Yeah, you're already
Lightning
on it.
Yeah, like you pull your gun out, and he's just gone out the front door before you're even able to get sights on him.
Tori, what the shit is that?
Tori's like, I'm on it, and she just is trucking it like normal human speed after this like vampiric, like he's using
God
like Jedi
damn
Knight
it.
speed from Star Wars Episode 1 or some shit, It's...
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, Max gets up and runs
Interesting
after
event.
him.
And the security, so you run after him?
Oh, yeah.
All
Tori's
right.
running, I'm running. We're going.
All right, so both of y'all end up like at the edge of the parking lot, and she's just like, well, I'm definitely not catching that fucking thing. What the fuck just happened? Did you get a good look at that? I just heard the scream and saw somebody running.
Yeah, I was watching it. I'm pretty sure that was like a human person that turned into whatever the fuck that was. Which is not chill with me.
Yeah, that's definitely not fucking chill.
His teeth popped out and he started bleeding out of his mouth.
Yeah, you and yeah, you're at the table. Max is outside. Max got up and ran outside after Tori when she went and chased the thing. So
No
you're still
hesitation,
at
no
the table.
goodbyes, no nothing. Boom, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Your cat doesn't think that's a good idea.
Do you know who that was?
Tori's like, fucking look like one. That's the only thing I see move that fast usually.
Frank, I know you see some shit. You tell me what you know right now. Do you know? I don't know. You
Speaking of
walk in
seeing
here, I
some
was going
shit,
to ask you what you seen because I know something was going on in there. But
right in this moment, right in this moment, uncontrollably, Frank's head leans back and begins to emit the dial-up noise from the 90s. I like to do this at inopportune moments.
Frank. Oh shit, we lost him.
We lost him. He's tuned out. He's on the World Wide Web. Yeah, roll spirit. An 8. Okay. On a hit, you all right? So you could pick one of these options
Wait,
below.
plus spirit? Yeah.
Yeah, plus spirit. Yeah, this is a
So
foretelling.
you should have a 10 then, yeah?
Oh no, he's added a +2. It looks like.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Thanks for looking out. All right. So on a hit, it says you pick one of the options. The MC will tell you whose future you see. Okay, so yeah, that's my choice. So. Okay. Um. All right. There is you get a flash of the swamp behind Max's house. Um, and then all you really see, so you get various angles of the ecological park in the swamp, and then you get an angle that in your mind that is distinctly a POV angle, but you don't know what what of, and you can just feel yourself breathing out of your nose just above the surface of the water. Um, yeah, sure, perfect. That's exactly the feeling you get. Yeah, when you got a little soap suds and you climb out of the bath. Yeah, I got you. I wish I'm 6'4". I don't got you. I don't have a big enough bathtub to fit me. Oh yeah, exactly. Pretty much anybody above 5'3", I feel like can't use a bathtub, a standard bathtub. We need. I want to run for president and increase bathtub sizes. That'll be the platform I run on. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, swamp. Yeah, you come back. You actually come back. Come to with a slimy mustache. Sometimes things physically come back with you.
Frank, what the
It's not
fuck was
often.
that?
Yeah, that was fucking weird, dude. That cat is
What?
a menace. That cat. It looks young. She's a baby. She's doing
She's
baby
so
stuff.
cute.
I know. My dogs are like 2.5 and 3.5, and they still act like puppies. It's so funny.
There's a lot of things in my swamp. You're gonna need to be a little bit more specific than that. Uh,
What? Um,
yeah, currently Frank has no idea about this
you could
swamp creature, I
ask.
think.
You could ask Tiny Pete when you get inside if the upper lip slime is the same smell. That might be a good way to find out.
Gross.
The upper lip slime.
The upper lip slime.
We all have it. It's fine.
You know the one we wake. Yeah, depending on how my allergies are, I sometimes wake up with it every morning. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Tori looks at it and is like, your boogers?
Um,
Oh.
let me try. Let me try this. And I whip out the knife and I scrape a little bit off and I fling it on the ground.
Oh,
All right, well, flip that shit on the ground, man. Like, do it or don't. And put the knife away.
he's like, yeah, if you flick it on the ground.
All right, or don't.
All right, Tiny Pete is obviously not in the mosh pit because that would be dangerous for him. He is at the table where you left him, just sitting there like a good boy. He's not. He's actually kind of headbanging a little bit. Exactly. Uh, well, that's no good. Oh, you been climbing up in your friend's truck? Well, your friend smells like that too. I saw him parking that truck. It was coming from over there. Even stronger than what was on his boots. Oh no, I don't know. I don't think so. It's Oh, I don't think so. I don't know about all that, but it smells like real good topsoil. I don't know what that is. Well, I'm not a wizard. Well, yeah, that's true. We didn't get many earth creatures coming through there. Uh, I don't know. Maybe ask Tobin. Oh, this is my favorite song. No, they're on their third song. Um, do you come back at? No, that was a person in the audience. They picked something up and just ran off. No, we're wearing ponchos. Look, here it's coming. Here it's coming. And then you see The singer sits his guitar down and picks up a giant super soaker and just starts squirting fake blood all over the audience during a guitar solo. And everybody's loving it. Jules, you look over Olivia and you see Jules. She casts a ward over her face to keep her face from getting wet, and she's
That's
like,
awesome.
"You want one?"
Sure.
She
Cool
hits you with
mask
like a face shield.
masquerade.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's just like hitting like a few inches from your nose and eyes, and just like almost like it's got Rain-X on it. It's just like just beading off. Sorry. Whoa. No, anyway. Shut up, Frank. Shut up, Frank. All right.
And did we see the monster thing like out of there, or
No, y'all were too busy
so
enthralled with
distracted? Okay.
with the concert. Yeah, and it happened kind of like
Um,
behind you.
while we're watching the bands,
Mhm.
can I do another kind of like investigate their intentions, like the band itself?
Oh yeah,
Can I
you can
figure out anything?
yeah, you can definitely do that.
'Cause this is
Let's
very
see.
like a power metal show. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now.
Yeah, let's see.
That's my moves page. I'm on 28.
If
There we
you
go. Yeah, I want to figure someone out.
Yeah, okay, you want to figure out just the band in general?
Uh, figure out the band or maybe like the lead, like what their agenda is.
Okay. So while you're scoping them out, go ahead. Anyway, thank you, uh, Resonant Moon, for clarifying in text and in Twitch chat. All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your mind.
Yeah, I'm so distracted. I think that's gonna be 6.
A 6. Okay.
Yeah, not very good.
Um, let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and give you lend a hand. We'll say just you're kind of chit chatting back and forth with Jules, and she's providing a little bit of insight as well.
Okay. So I might be like, "Hey, Jules,
Oh,
what do
okay,
you think
yes, for
your
sure. So you get
agenda
the
is
plus
or
one
something
needed.
to get that help?" So,
Hmm. All right, so you get the plus one needed to succeed. So
okay.
you can ask 2 of these questions, and because they're putting on a show, they're not going to have an opportunity to. There's too many faces in the crowd. They're not like going to focus on you and like learn anything about you in this process. So you can just pick
Okay.
2 of these questions on the move list.
Let's see here. I might choose what character they have a beef with first for the first
Okay.
one,
Hmm.
if any.
Okay. Yes. All right. There is a there's a werewolf punk rock band called anybody have any ideas they
The
can say
Mighty
them
Wolf
out loud?
Tones.
The Mighty Wolf Tones. Yes, there's there. Okay, so they're like a punk rock ska werewolf band, the Mighty Wolf Tones, and they play Mighty Boss Tones covers with in their like ancient woven tongue.
They open for
And
Agent Orange.
yeah, exactly. And one time, Eldritch Money Shot and the Mighty Wolf Tones were at a festival together, and they got in a brawl backstage that broke out into the audience and actually caused like a massive riot that ended the festival. So
Okay.
that's who they've got beef with,
Ah,
the Mighty
cool.
Wolf Tones.
All
Let me go
right.
make note of that.
Okay, that's
In our
fine. And I got my second one when you're ready.
All right. Yeah,
So,
just give me one quick second. I'm just going
okay.
to say have beef with the Mighty Wolf Tones, and I'll immediately remember what that means. Thank you. Thank you, Raven. That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
My fiance is a mighty Boston's fan, so I'm gonna tell
Mm.
her this
Nice.
later. All right, so
And then my
all right.
next one will be is who's pulling their strings?
Well, the guitarist is. I'm just kidding. I was hoping you would pick that one so I can make that joke. I had
That's where my mind went too.
All right. Let's say the singer is based on the way he kind of talked to them while they were like coming out on stage, and the kind of looks that he gives them, like while they're performing. Maybe they might mess up a little bit of guitar, and he like kind of gives them a death glare. Yeah, seems like the singer is like kind of overbearing
Okay.
over the
So-
group, and right around you get a good read on them. You hear a familiar clanging of full tang steel hit the concrete floor next to you, and you look down and you see something very old and something very fancy. Are you familiar with what a Chris dagger is?
Ew.
It's the little wiggly dagger.
Oh
Wiggly.
yeah.
It's a dagger with a wiggly blade. Yep.
Oh, that goes like this, kind
Uh,
of like a snake blade. Okay.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh, it's
And
very
so
charmed. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So you find it looks like an athame, a magical
Okay.
dagger for wizard ritual.
Okay.
It someone like two or three people are crowd surfing over you. You can't quite tell whose pocket it dropped out of.
Okay. I'm trying to see if there's like something similar to detect magic. I don't want to touch that
Oh, we would
thing,
do
but
we can find something. Detect the presence or function of magical items or spells. Let it out.
oh, let's let it out. I'll do that.
Yep. So yep, go ahead and roll spirit.
Okay. Ooh, this one's so it's 8 on die plus 1. So a 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. So you choose an ability from your playbook and roll a spirit. You did. All right. So on a hit, you mark corruption and activate the ability. The MC will tell you how effect is costly. If you rolled a 10 or plus, you could ignore the corruption or the complications.
Are you able to shake corruption, or is corruption permanent?
Corruption's permanent, but it takes a long time for it to build up into something terrible.
Okay, because I
I
try
will
hard
say.
not to be a corrupt person. Oh no!
No, it's
So I
okay.
do
It's
it
okay.
without like
Everybody has to.
thinking, and I'm like, crap.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
bad.
You just start casting
Um.
in. See, the way I imagine it works for a wizard, or specifically, is that they're trying to tap into the arcane weave, and you have to be gentle
Hmm.
when you utilize the weave, and sometimes if you're in a hurry to do something, you are a bit forceful, and it corrupts you slowly. It's kind
Okay.
of what I imagine personally for
Um.
just magic.
Because I am an agent of chaos. Um.
You
Can
see
I
it as
can I
well.
pick up the dagger while she's
Of
inspecting
course,
it?
she's like
Oh
scanning
shit!
it.
What's this?
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, no one's seen you're holding it for a bit, looking at it. No one immediately jumps up and claims it. What do you
Well,
do with
this was dangerous to have lying around in a mosh pit.
it? Julia's like, holy shit, that's a knife. She says, obviously. She's had a few to drink. um, yeah, what are you gonna do with that?
um, well, not put it on the floor because that was very thoughtless of whoever put that there. Um, and she just sticks it in her pocket.
Excellent. Just before it goes into a pocket dimension, you're able to get a magical read on it, Olivia.
Okay.
It is it's just something it's I can't remember the exact word, an arcane focus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, arcane focus. That's a good D&D word. I think we can all understand.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a good D&D. Uh, so yeah, it's doesn't seem to. I mean, it might be like a +1 dagger or something,
Oh, okay.
equivalent, but it's it seems to be just like almost like a funnel for magic to be,
Oh,
you
okay.
know,
I'll just be like,
pushed
man,
through.
I gotta read off that thing. Someone just dropped their evil Harry Potter wand.
Ew, gross. Well, I'll dispose of that later.
Dispose of
Unless
that
you
later.
needed it
That's
for
good.
something.
No, yeah, it just exudes like it just looks evil. I don't know.
Yeah, it
Um,
does seem to have like a lot of offensive magic was cast through this thing. Put it that
Okay.
way.
I'll go throw it in the oven later.
Exactly. Just cleanse it with, you could probably go to the Fey realm and dip it in like a pond or something, and like some sort of magic pond. There's all sorts of weird shit there. You could fix things.
Just convert it into a
All
chef's
right.
knife.
And the rest of you,
If you're ever looking to get rid of a knife, you know.
yeah, that's true. Tori and Tori comes back in with you, Max, and she says, "I gotta watch that fucking door over there, so nobody busts into it. I was gone from it too long." So she goes back over and watches the door to like the back where the bands hang out at.
Yeah.
And
Max takes another minute outside just to like make sure that whatever thing just ran away is not immediately coming back. Max is
Gotcha.
now like on alert for this like entity that has escaped his scenario.
Okay. So while you're out there, does Frank smoke cigarettes or have an excuse, a reason to go outside or get some fresh air or something? Okay. We'll say maybe Frank comes outside to get a little bit of fresh air, and both of you see each other, and
Yeah.
you notice. So Frank, how does Frank feel after having one of those like random, real forcible premonitions? Do you feel like fatigue or anything, or you just feel right as rain right afterward? Or sleep as sleepy? If I specifically get sleepy, irritated, yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Well,
fantastic.
you find what you were looking for at least?
Yeah.
I don't know. You went inside, so came back out. You had a vision, didn't want to talk about it, left. I get it. Huh? What do you mean? Well, Frank, what are you hiding? Well, tell me what you know then. Nope, we know that. Yep. You just had a vision though, and then I asked you what it was about, and you said nah, and walked inside. And now coming out here asking me what I'm hiding. There are a lot of things in my swamp. Have I told you about Little Tale? Little Tale lives in my swamp. That's a big old gator. He's about 20 feet long at this point. People have been hunting him for the past like 15 years. Does he have a vision about that guy? He lives in my swamp. He hides there when he wants to. Everything hides there when they want to. You could hide there when you want to. What kind of question is that? No, he's an alligator. He's made of meat and scales and bones and tendons and things that alligators are made of. He's an alligator. Did you ever something made of dirt? No, that's absolutely true. This is exactly what I'm saying. Now, the question I now have is what's the implication that something is being hidden? I'm telling you about what? Nothing that I know about is made of dirt.
You do know
Now,
that Gilly
Frank,
does
you gotta
smell.
do me like that right now.
I will say that Gilly does smell like dirt. That is
He
one
smells like dirt for
interesting.
sure, but he's not made of dirt.
That's true.
My goodness. These two are talking in circles more than Lana's relatives. It's
Max
amazing.
gets nowhere by being straightforward, except when he has to be. All right, well. If it looks clear and safe, then Max is gonna go inside too.
Yeah,
as
both
as
of you
Frank
go back
turns around,
inside.
Max calls out from behind him. Yeah, don't think I didn't forget about them trees either. So we'll talk about that later if you want to talk about anything about the swamp. I know. I'm not holding that against you.
As y'all are walking in, there's like a couple of people in the back, like in the corner, just on the other side of the door. Like, so you walk into the bar and you look to the like immediate right, and there's a what looks to be like a vampire feeding on a person, just like openly. And the person who's being fed on makes eye contact with you and says, "Some privacy here, please."
Yeah.
And you make you we end up walking past. You see things like that, you know, people sort of openly doing, you know, drugs. Nothing too crazy, but just not really much of a care in the world here. Security doesn't seem to care. One thing Tori was talking about on the way here was that she was very specifically told to not care about most things. And so to wrap things up, let's go ahead and say, okay, all right. The band goes on to their final song. You can tell this is their last song for the night. We want this mosh pit to really blow things up in here. We got extra blood. Anybody want to come up here and chunk some water balloons filled with fake blood in the audience? That'd be pretty fucking rad. We had a couple of roadies, but they called in sick. We'll give you free tickets to our next show. It's only about 40 miles down the road. And people just start rushing the stage, and they have to kick a few of them off, like literally. And you got about 2 or 3 people per box, just sort of frantically chunking water balloons at the audience. You all, each of you definitely get hit with water balloons, and at this point, just before the water balloons come, Jules waves her hand in front of your face, Lana, and like a magical shield pops up in front of it, and then she smiles, and she's like, and just a second later, a balloon comes and hits you right in the face, and just like a few inches from your face, just explodes, and then just starts beating off of the air in front of you. Yeah, it's
amazing.
fake blood. It smells like fake blood, at least. They they go around they go around playing to humans, and everybody just thinks the whole vampire thing is like part of their act, obviously. But you know, when they play places like this, people know that they're really vampires. But they play. The only person left on stage is the guitarist. And remember how that person ran out and with lightning speed. Imagine someone using that same speed power to rip a sweet solo. And that's exactly what's happening here. It's the fastest guitar playing you've ever heard in your life, at least in person. And it's just the guitar starts to spark and smoke, and pretty much all the other members, they get up, including the drummer. They get up, toss their instruments to the side, and dive into the mosh pit with everybody. And while the guitarist just rips like a 7-minute long solo.
Because
And
he's
by
the one
the end
pulling all
of
the
it,
strings, right?
yeah, exactly. And by the end of the solo, you feel like your head's spinning, like you just went down like a water slide that like spirals and moves really fast, because just the music just hits you that hard. Um, yeah, and we'll go ahead and wrap things up with y'all just sort of the camera pans back with y'all standing in a group, just kind of shooting the shit with each other. The dog is sat up at the. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah, of course. No, for real. Yeah, because I'm ending a little bit early anyway, so that works out perfectly. Yeah, it is an interesting object. Yeah, okay, 7 to 9. You can ask one of these questions.
That's a fun
Um,
one. Um,
uh,
yeah, you're feeling Gilly's actual emotions, the strongest emotion would probably have just been from Max.
yeah.
Uh,
So you feel emotions coming from two sources. So go ahead and tell him what the emotions would be from your character, and I'll tell him what emotions he feels from Gilly.
yeah, so the emotions that you feel associated from Max are a couple of them. There is um, there is both good and bad emotions associated with this thing. There is fear for sure associated, but there is also love associated, and there is um, it's both of those things at the same time, right? There's genuine care and also like, uh oh, uh oh, this is maybe not a thing that should be happening, and I'm aware of that, but the fact of the matter is it is happening, and I'm cool with that. Are kind of the emotions associated. As far as to what, question mark, but that's you get both of those things. Doing it for a good reason, and also knows that maybe this isn't the best idea.
And the other emotion you feel, it's from a very strange source. It does not feel human by any means. It's a very complex emotion, but what it boils down to is the safety felt from a paternal protection. And yeah, and so yeah, you're examining the stuff while everyone's just kind of um chatting along with the dog, and the camera pans out with y'all hanging out at the bar, topping off the night while waiting for most people to clear out before leaving, because traffic's going to be terrible. And then we'll go ahead and wrap up there. And we will be back next week with something totally different. And let's go ahead and actually let Lana have like a little scene to top us off for the night if she wants.
Yeah, Lana definitely gives everybody
I
like
can't say your name right for shit.
it's okay. Either way, it's fine. Um, so definitely gives everybody like so here's my number, and she pulls out like it looks like an old flip phone, um, but also doesn't look quite right. So it's looks like some sort of magical flip phone. Um, but she gives you her number, like everybody her number. She's like, "Yeah, it was so great to meet new friends, and thanks for your help with the wolf guys back there. That was super helpful. This was really fun. I just came here for the food trucks because they've got really good food. That one had some sort of hot cheese. It was amazing. But this was fun. The first time actually coming into the show. This was neat. I kind of see why people do this now. Anyways, very nice to meet you all.
It's good to meet you.
Yeah.
Julia says, "Yeah, I hate that. I hate that you had to deal with those assholes in the parking lot. But glad my friend Liv here was here to help."
Yeah, it's go ahead.
Yeah, this venue is right next to the boardwalk, and there's like a parking area behind the boardwalk on the opposite side of where the beach is, where food trucks just pull in and park and start serving.
I mean, that also would make sense for Lana, but
yeah,
but yeah, she's like, yeah, no, it was okay. I found that in life, if I just keep people talking long enough, eventually either help will come or they'll get bored of trying to harass me and they'll leave. So, I was just gonna keep talking to him, and then help showed up. So there you go.
Well,
that's not a
if you
bad
need it,
strategy, Jewel.
we'll be here.
Go ahead.
Glad you didn't get stabbed.
Me too.
Thanks.
Sorry, I didn't RP as Mikhail as much as I could have tonight, but it just felt weird with Spencer just playing him last week. But Mikhail speaks up and says, "Yeah, I don't want to end up like me." Get it?
That's
I'm
dark.
dead. Sorry.
Like you're a ghost. Okay. Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
want
it's
to.
my friend Mikhail.
Don't want to end up that way.
Yeah.
Well,
Man,
that was a bad
the
dad
grease
joke for
was
sure. It
super
was
good,
apparent.
man.
It was a parrot. Oh no.
Yo. There's too many of these. Just guys, Tori, is that Tori calling me? Shit, I gotta go, y'all. Tori
Hey,
needs
get
me
over
over
here.
there. I got. No, I hear you. All right,
like,
don't do more of those. I'll be seeing you
I didn't say your name, old man. What are you talking about?
No. You need me over there. No, no, don't worry. I get it. We gotta go.
And then that's where we'll end. It was so much fun.
perfect.
Thanks, guys.
Awareness.
Sorry if it was a little disjointed. I had plans that at last minute kind of was like, oh, I'll do something different, and just kind of was winging it a bit for a bit there, but I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, anybody watching, hopefully you are able to come back next week, because next week there, as Monty Python would say, now for something completely different. So hopefully next week there will be some more stuff involving those shitty werewolf guys.
Oh,
that'll be interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah, again, they're a nuisance. All right. I will go ahead and let's see. I'll go ahead and go around and let everybody do their outros, and then I'll do mine last. Yeah, and then if not scary, super nice ceiling voice has anything to say, they can say
I'm
something.
totally scary. It's all right.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, so we'll start with Raven. If you want to do an outro, plug anything.
Yeah. So I am Raven. I am a professional game master and game designer. I stream over at twitch.tv/RAVVYN with the Black Feather Guild. And then I'm over on Start Playing Games with just like my normal spelling, RAVYN. If you can look me up there, and you can hire me to GM games for you if you'd like. And yeah, that's me.
Excellent. And I'm just going on the order that I have in front of me. I apologize if that's all over the place based on the overlay, but go ahead, Max, or sorry, Andy.
Hey, I'm Andy. Martinez tweets on Twitter. Martinez streams on Twitch. I am a DM player, science educator. We're in this game every Saturday. In a few weeks, actually, Raven and I are going to be jumping into a Champions Children of the Fae season 2. We're going to be doing some, well, some political intrigue, and also who knows, things are shaking up in the Feywild. So we're going to be figuring out what's going on in the next couple of weeks over there. It's going to be pretty exciting this season. And this, yeah, super fun. This entire session, I really like this concert, the whole scenario, and all the random stuff that happened. Very, very good stuff.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I just went to a concert not too long ago, so I was like trying to tap in. I went to a concert on a boardwalk at the beach, so I was like, all right, I'm going to tap into this.
Yes, real life, the best experience to pull from.
Exactly. So I have a quick question before I move on to Kat next. How is Raven's character in your Feywild game? I'm curious. After
Well, this
watching
this
her
new
play a
season,
Fey.
we'll see how this new character goes.
Oh, we're
But
doing a new session 0.
yeah, wait. Because
Yeah.
you're doing your new character on that one. No spoilers, but the old character was
Okay,
very
no
fun.
spoilers.
All the character from season 1 were very, very fun.
Yeah.
I don't think we're seeing a single one of them come back for season 2 though right now.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's
it
playing
up.
a new different character, a new different thing. Where there's 6 different realms of the Feywilds, and there's so many different combinations of things that we got going on. Just a lot of stuff.
That's cool.
So there's a little recap that we have, but we'll be moving on in a couple weeks. So 2,
That's
I think.
exciting.
10
Perfect.
days exactly.
10 days exactly on the 18th.
Perfect.
Super
That's
exciting.
awesome. Yes.
We got some character playlists actually in the mix right now. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
hopefully you'll be seeing some character playlists on the internet over the next
I
week
will
and
be
a half.
retweeting those and listening.
I'm gonna be posting a ton about that campaign over the next week.
Yes,
so.
you'll be hearing a lot about our characters over the next week or so on Twitter for sure.
Love it. All right, Kat, hit us with your outro. Yep. Oh, that's cool. I think my friend wanted to go to that too. That's cool. That's huge. I don't hate any teams. Yeah.
Same here. I don't watch sports.
Yes, you do. You exist well. That's why I try to invite you back to all the stuff I'd run. Of course. And go last. Well, not last because I'm last. Go ahead, Elise.
Everyone, my name's Elise. I am D&D Elise on Twitter. I'm a published TTRPG game designer, DM's Guild, Drive Through RPG, and some other spaces. I am project lead of the Through the Veil Feywild series for D&D 5e. We have 2 volumes out on the DM's Guild. One's adventures, one is magic items. We have the 3rd book in production right now. It's headed to layout for Monsters of the Feywild. So be on the lookout for that. I will be doing a follow-up series for Through the Veil, which will be in another plane. For creators out there, I will be putting up a call for writers in October. So we will be, I always pull on new creators on my creative teams. So be on the lookout. Just follow me on Twitter or shout outs be on my Discord. But yeah,
My friend, the person who wrote this song here is an amazing writer, and I will hit him up and see and let him know about that because that'd be really cool. He's always wanting to write stuff.
And in this game, I absolutely love that healing potions came in the form of fruit snacks. I love that so much.
Yeah, that made me so happy. Yes, that's the best. It's like a pediatrician giving a kid a sucker to before they give him a shot or something.
Yeah,
it actually tastes good. So
yeah, those suckers are never really all that great. All right, and then I am Leland House / Leopold the Just. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Leopold the Just. Yeah, no, this was a great. I really enjoyed the session. I'm glad it turned out. Like I said, sorry for it being a little all over the place, but everyone did such a great job with their scenes and everybody and staying in character and oh, just my mental image of everybody like just attacking and dispensing those werewolves so like efficiently. I don't know. It was just like I just felt like I felt like I was watching like an X-Men movie or like Avengers or some sort of like superhero team up thing. It was, I don't know, just really, it was very vivid in my imagination for some reason. But um, that was really cool, and it makes me want to put more stressful combat scenes into the game because they're so quick in this game that it's like, I don't know, why not? It doesn't really, like a lot of game systems, you put a combat in it, there's an hour out of your episode, so knock these out pretty quick.
Oh yeah. Last
yeah.
season, I got to curb stomp someone to death.
Yeah,
that was
hardcore.
fun and totally metal.
Yeah, brutal. As far as where you can find me next, obviously this. But I can't talk too much about it. But I was chosen to be on a new horror show that's going to have 2 seasons on a Twitch channel called Girls Run These Worlds. I am actually going to be in a group on that channel. I was very surprised, obviously, because I'm not a girl, but they picked me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm cool enough. But yeah, it's gonna be cool.
The world.
I'm not running the world. That is true, though. That is a thing.
You're
It's
a player.
Like three quarters of the cast have to be femme or non-binary, non-male identifying, and the person GMing has to be as well. So I think I'm just sort of I'm in there. But they're an amazing channel. They have lots of great storytellers on there, and this is, I can't say too much about it, but the GM seems amazing, and just keep an eye out on their channel. It's going to be on Monday nights. We're doing our session 0 and then a tech rehearsal after that, and then I think like 3 or 4 Mondays from now is when it starts. But yeah, keep an eye on that. That's going to be really cool. Horror fairy tale vibes. I can't say too much. My NDA. I didn't sign one, but anyway. What else am I doing? Nothing at all. I am recording a Halloween 2-shot right now with the media producer for Fantasy Grounds, which is one of the companies I do social media management for, and it was pretty fun. We just recorded the first half of it. We're going to record the next half next Friday. So in a couple of weeks, probably around October, probably closer to actual Halloween, we'll be releasing a couple episodes in a week of that. It was a pretty cool one shot. And it showcases, Fantasy Grounds Unity, which is actually pretty rad. I mean, it took me a minute to get the hang of the new automation and stuff in it, but it made a lot of things really smooth. I really enjoyed it. All right, cool. And then Ceiling Voice, if you have anything you want to say before we leave. If not, I can just
Well, thank you very much. So we I don't believe we have a one shot scheduled for this Wednesday. However, if you keep an eye on our Twitter, which is Weave the Tale, we will be announcing any shows that are coming out. You can also join our Discord, which is now in the chat, to post memes, clips, interact with the cast in the different show channels. Please come and hang out with us. We really enjoy your participation and all of you. Thank you so much for participating in the chat. Kat, I'm sorry that you were muted for part of your outro, but
what?
But the closed captioning works. So yeah, that is everything for us. And thank you all so much for being here. And we will see you. We will either see you Wednesday or Friday for our Sleepaway Silver Linings campaign. So, until next time.